What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this roster reveal video for the month of August. So the roster has just been released. I've been notified by some of my friends. It's probably going to be the shortest roster reveal ever because for half of July I've got reserve, and usually when you do get reserve it comes in 30 days. So I'm assuming the first half of August I'll also have reserve. I'll double check that just to make sure. I've got my phone with me right now and I'm going to log on to this app. If you don't know, we as cabin crew, we download the specific app that's connected to the company and we can check our roster, our schedule, whatever we need to know regarding our flights. And if there also is any news that the company needs to send us and they send us notifications there, then we log on to our email, blah, blah, blah. So the roster is out. The most disappointing thing so far for obviously July is that I'm not sure where I'm going to be for my birthday. 31st of July, I'm going to be on reserve, so that kind of sucks. Don't know where I'm going to be, who I'm going to be with, and what I'm going to be doing. So it is what it is. But yeah, let us get into the roster. So I'm just scrolling. Okay, so my reserve ends on the 19th of August, Friday 19th of August, and then it's back to a normal roster. So I've got 2 days off, which is again normal after my reserve, and we start off with Sydney. How am I feeling about that? Oh, before we get into Sydney, so I cannot get any US flights because to operate flights to the US, unless you, I think, only Canadian and American, you need a crew visa, working visa to operate those flights, and I do not have one. Mine has expired. Initially when I joined Emirates and I got one, it was 10 years long. It's finished now, so I need to get a new one. Two ways of getting it is either me doing it myself, which is going to be a bit more time consuming and a longer process and more paperwork, or I can wait for the company to do it, where it is a more straightforward process. The problem is, if I wait for the company, I don't actually know when they're going to roster me. It's basically all on demand. So if they need extra crew, if they're desperate for extra crew to have the visas, then they will obviously fast track that process for you. Otherwise, you just have to sit and wait. And I've been waiting since November, I think, since last year November. So what's that, almost 8 months now, and I still haven't had a single email asking me if I want to get my US visa. So yeah, so I won't be able to do US flights. So the only long haul flights I would be able to do is Sao Paulo, which I have this month, July, or Australia. So they've given me Australia. I kind of expected getting a long haul flight to Sydney because of the reserve, 15 days, I don't know what I'm going to get. So sometimes they usually give you a long flight just to get you some hours, because obviously the more hours you get, the more money you get paid. So yeah, we're starting off with Sydney. It is a 380 flight. The flight to Sydney is 13 hours and 50 minutes approximately. And the layover in Sydney is 30 hours, which is fantastic. Usually every layover we do is 24, usually. So even though 24 and 30 sounds a lot, sounds the same, that extra 6 hours makes a huge difference. So yeah, so that's going to be fun going to Sydney. It is going to be winter there. I could possibly try swapping this flight. I'll get into that afterwards. Actually, let me go through the rest of the roster. Oh wait, but the Sydney is late in the month. Okay. Oh, so we've actually only got 2 flights then, guys. Sydney, and last but not least, Düsseldorf. We are going to Germany. Haven't been there in a while. Oh, by the way, I've been to Sydney 18 times. Can you imagine I've been to Sydney 18 times, babe? It actually tells you how many times you've flown to these destinations. 18 times to Sydney. Can't remember doing that. And Düsseldorf, I've been there 6 times only. So, huh? That's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't really do many German flights, I think. That's why I prefer Italian flights. So, yeah, Düsseldorf is also on the 380. It is 6 hours and 45 minutes approximately to go to Düsseldorf. And the layover, can you imagine? So I was going on all about 30-hour layover in Sydney. My Düsseldorf layover is only 18 hours and 40 minutes. 18 hours. So the 6 hours they've taken away here, which would have made it 24, they've given it to me in Sydney to make it 30. Very clever. That's I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. So yeah, get in and pretty much sleep and get out of Düsseldorf. Can't do much there. At least it's Europe, so it's going to be summer. So something to look forward to. I'm not really sure what to do there is to do in Düsseldorf. I do know that there is a crew shop in Düsseldorf close to the hotel. So basically what that means is there's a shop that is exclusive to cabin crew, to flight attendants, that you can go there and the stuff is discounted and duty free and super, super cheap. I know crew always go there and buy stuff, but I've never been there. Have you been to the crew shop in Düsseldorf?
I have, yeah.
And is it nice?
I think it comes and goes and stuff. You gotta be lucky.
What do they sell there?
A whole bunch of stuff. They sell food. They sell like handbags. It's just super random.
Handbags.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe something to visit. But yeah, guys, two flights this month only, and then, like I said before, that a whole lot of reserve. With regards coming back to what I was saying about swapping flights, so the Sydney, I have a Sydney. I can possibly try to swap that for a Brisbane and see my friend Sedi, who's been on the channel numerous times, and actually I did a vlog when I was in Brisbane a few months ago, and I went and saw him. The company allows you to swap flights. So once you get your roster, you have the ability to, if you want to do another flight instead of the one that you're doing, you have to find somebody that's willing to, there's a system, it's complicated, but it's not so complicated. You have to find somebody that's willing to swap the flight with you. So if I have a Sydney and I want to get into Brisbane, the person that I want to swap the flight with on the Brisbane has to be willing to want to be on my Sydney flight or swap it with me. So I do have that choice. And then with the Düsseldorf, that's the only thing I would swap, the Sydney for Brisbane. Otherwise, I'm happy with that because of the hours. The Düsseldorf, I would possibly try to swap because it's an 18-hour layover. Maybe a Joburg or Durban or Cape Town, get to South Africa just to top up on groceries. Even though I know we just came back from leave, you never have enough food. So, yeah, unfortunately, guys, that is it. I'm not going to ramble on as I usually do. I'm just going to finish it here. That's my roster. Sydney and Düsseldorf. Pray for me, please, that I actually do get some good flights, though, coming up for the following month of my reserve, hopefully, because the better the flights, the better the vlogs are going to be. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Ciao.